To be honest, I have found, like, obviously, my response to the pandemic is informed by my earlier experiences. So I've already spent a significant amount of time alone, and then gone back into the world, and then had situations where I'm alone. So especially my last year, in fact, even before the pandemic, I had committed. I've always had goals for my company and goals for myself. Okay, my job is part of my life, it's not all of my life. So I have, in fact, I had some goals to write some exams, apply for certain courses, and I had been doing this before the pandemic hit. And what was interesting is when the pandemic hit, this, it actually gave me more of an opportunity to focus and do what I wanted to do, and segregate my time better and work from home. But also, I also work in e-commerce, and we significantly do a lot of work from different places, because we work with online platforms which are in Bangalore, wherever else, and mostly in Bangalore. So my team and I didn't really, I would not, but my team isn't as big as I would say the rest of the organization. Didn't find it as much of a stressor, but but I have found a lot of people, especially because I belong to a senior leadership team. I found that definitely was put under stress, in terms of, because interpersonal dynamics are different over a computer, right? And especially if you have multiple people on a call, you can't, at least now you and I can see each other, but in a Zoom call with like 8 people, you can barely see anyone. So I think that initially there was some getting used to it, because first I'll address the productivity side of things, and then we'll go to how it feels. So, but I think what we found though is some of the upsides of work from home was that we were, a lot of the noise of like coming to work, going back from work, all the blah, blah, chit chat, all the office drama, office politics, who's looking at who, all of that was kind of cut out. And some people, especially some divisions, for example, especially our designers, became hugely productive, more than they were, even though, obviously designing is a complex process. So we have even considered, perhaps we may continue with this, with some elements of work from home, just because, in fact, our office is very far from the city. So this is something that regularly everybody complains about, because it takes like 3 hours in a commute. So, so there were some upsides, but I will agree with, especially in some of the more fancy offices in Delhi, and I see some very fancy offices in Myntra. Like, for example, we work with Myntra; they have a very fancy office. So people, there are recreation areas. There are places for people to go to coffee and stuff like that. Now, I can understand when that kind of socialization is lost. Personally, because I have not worked for a prolonged period of time in that kind of socialized kind of environment, because I manage 2 divisions, so I travel a lot. So I'm like living on planes. And but I do know that for most people, coming to office is kind of like, they get away from home, they get away from the possible mother-in-law's irritation, or or whatever it is that their home responsibilities look like. So I do know that not being able to go to office does take away from some people, but I'll tell you some things. I make my place of work, like the room in which I basically turned like an entertainment room, like a TV room, and you can see the screen behind me, right? So it's like a home theater has been turned into like my home office. So I've put up a board. We have a tripod here to do any kind of video if I have like webinars and stuff like that. So I have somebody who comes and works with me every day on multiple things. I listen to music. I plan a lot. I do a lot of research. I found time to reach out to so many of my friends from across the world that I didn't have time to talk to, because I've lived in India. I've lived, then moved to the US. I've lived in Chicago, San Diego, New York, back to India. So, I have family in Australia. There are so many people I know, and I've just never had time to, Facebook, saying happy birthday on Facebook once a year isn't keeping in touch. So I found good opportunities to kind of reach out and do things that I just never had the time to before. So to be honest, I found this time to be quite fulfilling, but I also have a high threshold for stress. So, but I do understand that not going to the office, not having that, coffee date, and not having that, chit chat and stuff, it's to provide perspectives. There are worse things in life. So, if you have your health, if you have your faculties, if you have your abilities, if you have the ability to dream, if you have access to the internet, if you have good food, running water, a place to live, I would think about not whining so much. But I'm not sure if that answer like suits most people. But I would say that, like, we most of us have it a lot better than, the rest of the country. So especially in the metro cities, I think, for example, Coursera is an excellent idea. You can catch up on, you can upskill. I've definitely been taking courses, which I plan to continue doing. And, because the rest of even universities and academic institutions are adapting fast, right? E-learning is, becoming quite well received, I think. And they're also adapting to hybrid courses. So I think constantly being, I've always been a student in my head. Like I think that I'm like an eternal student. So I'm always learning something, taking some class. I have a million teachers for a million things. And I even spent the last year learning math, like relearning math, because it had been a very long time and I had to give a competitive exam. So I think we can always find ways to challenge ourselves and be excited, because what is excitement? What is it? I mean, what is excitement to anyone? Is it, it's the fact that you're looking forward to doing something. So what is it in your life? Is it just the office or the coffee dates or the socialization that is important? I'm sure there are so many other things that can bring joy and happiness. There's you can listen to music, you can watch all the movies that you didn't watch. I mean, I think if we focus less on, oh my God, I've been displaced, and focus more on, wow, this is a time when I can do a bunch of stuff that I, didn't have time to do before. Because imagine all of you, especially in a place like Delhi or Mumbai or whatever, how much time do you spend commuting? Like a lot, right? I know I spend 3 hours in the car, even though I'm in Chennai. So anybody in Bombay will for sure tell you how many hours they spend in a train. And Delhi also definitely has its own share of traffic snarls and difficulties. Now you're getting all that time back. You're getting all that time back, at least for some time. You don't have to stress about traffic or Uber or the guy ditching you or whatever. There's always an upside. The question is, are we going to sit around and crib about it 24/7, or can we look at what possibly we could do?